Yes, ma'am.
Jesse, so you said there's either the children of the lie or the children of God.
Right.
No in between.
Right.
So I'm going to speak for myself, where would I be if I'm trying to wake up and I have had moments like when I do the silent prayer over and over and then I feel like, whoa, this is great, I'm waking up. And then like like you were saying, I kind of went from like doing the silent prayer a lot and feeling wonderful and then slowing down and not doing it and then going back to being a child of the devil and
A child of what?
of the devil, of
Satan's daughter.
of Satan's daughter. So what does that make
Did
me?
you know you're married to Satan's daughter? Sometimes.
So what does that make us? If there is no in between, but we are waking up, isn't that means that we're in the middle somewhere?
No, you're trying to ride two horses. And it's the same thing I told Cheryl. Once you wake up, you start to grow. You know, like a baby, when a baby is first born, the baby rely on the mother, and then the baby start crawling and looking around. The baby may fall. If you don't overact, the baby will laugh about it, or even if it start crying and you don't pay attention, it'll just crawl around again. Then it'll try to walk. Well, likewise, the real you is growing. And so if you find yourself, and I'm glad we're talking about this, if you find yourself falling back, you feel like, oh, it's not working, I'm stuck. It's only because you were not aware enough and you believed into a thought. And that's all. And so now that you're awake, just realize everything is the same. Nothing changed. And you're just drifted into your head and relax and it'll pass. That's why God said bring every thought into captivity, right? So you're just growing. Don't let him make you make a big deal out of it. He'll tell you you're falling back, it's not working, you're in a gray area, all lies. Because it's weird how Satan will give you thoughts and then he'll start feeding on that, so that you can judge yourself. But it's not true. Just relax and live.
So while we're in that growing stage, are we now children of God?
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't be in the growing stage.
Okay. So when I do sin, that doesn't make me a child of Satan.
And what is sin?
Anger, judgment.
So like when you hate your husband or something?
When I judge him, yes.
You are, like being tempted to go back into that. But if you could see it right away as you see it,
Yeah.
and apologize, hey, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
do see it
and
now.
you'll be done.
I do see it. I see it. If it's not within
Otherwise,
the hour, it's probably the next day.
Don't make a big deal out of it. So let's say you come home, you're at home cooking dinner, things all ready, and then your husband come in late. And right away you said, oh, look at him, he been out smoking pot. Mm-hmm. And then you hate for him to smoke pot. He come in all smell like pot. Go in the bathroom and spray some cologne on trying to hide it, but you already smell the pot while you're walking by. And you can see it in his eye, he's been smoking pot. And all of a sudden he's all nice to you. Hey honey, is dinner ready? And you're like, no, get out of here. Don't do that. Be patient with him. All right? But if you should get angry because you didn't realize Satan was feeding your mind, well, not your mind, but you, and you fall into it, be quick to apologize. As soon as you see it, hey, I'm wrong, honey. I'm sorry. And then it'll be fine. Okay. But if you don't admit you're wrong and apologize for it, because I know people who will not apologize. They'll be wrong, and they'll sit on it like a chicken sitting on an egg. But be quick to apologize, because now you're waking up, and eventually it'll be far away from you. It's not a big deal. That make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
So do you ever go to bed mad at your husband still?
Not yesterday, not today, not last week. Last week I did, but
Not
not
yesterday. I knew it had to be close.
after the women's meeting. After the women's meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We did talk about that.
Yeah, it was wonderful. At the women's meeting, I had a revelation, like God revealed something new to me through
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
And something really amazing happened. When we left, Victoria and I stayed out there and talked for a little bit, and I had my Bible in my purse, and I just brought it out for some reason. I don't know why, and I just opened it, Jesse, and I mean, she's my witness. I read this paragraph that I had, I don't know when, kind of highlighted, and
Yes.
it said, those who call themselves by my name should humble themselves and pray.
That's why I
And-
tell you to stay in the prayer, because he wants you praying without ceasing.
Yeah.
You should be aware of him at all times.
And that was the perfect message for both of us, because we both
Yeah.
were not.
Don't
Praying.
go to never, listen, folks, never, ever, but never, ever, Mamma Mia ever, Si Senor ever, Hola ever, go to bed with anger. Never go to bed with anger. I'm telling you, it's the worst, one of the worst mistakes you can make, because before you go to bed, you're arguing, but it's not a real big deal. When you wake up, it's worse. Now it's just worse because your mind is being clouded. So never go to bed with anger. Always apologize. Even if the person is wrong for what they are doing or have done, you say, hey, I'm wrong for being mad at you. I'm sorry. Because that way you don't go to bed with that dark mind, because Satan will play on you in your sleep. Have you ever been mad, gone to bed mad, and you wake up the next day, it's even worse?
Yes.
Yeah. Do not, I think God said, the Bible says don't go to sleep with anger, right? Never do that. Because he will pile on, and now your husband wake up and he just want a cup of coffee. I'm going into the kitchen to get some coffee, honey. You want some? No, I don't like coffee. But we had some the other day. Not now. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so even if you're mad at him for smoking the pot and you're feeling all this anger, right? Just say, hey, I'm sorry for being mad. Because the problem is not him smoking the pot. The problem is you being angry about it. That's what the real deal is. That makes sense?
Yes,
So
it does.
ladies, two things. Stop trying to fix your man and your children, and don't go to bed angry. All right? And men. But and come to the couple seminar.
Yes.
We're having a couple seminar. When is it? It's going to be amazing, April 6th. Whether you're dating, engaged, or married, make sure you come. But don't go to bed, guys. Do not go to bed angry. I don't care, because like when you're mad, your ego is all in the way. And the last thing you want to admit that you're wrong. That's the last thing you want to do, because Satan is saying to you, well, if you tell them you're wrong, if you apologize, they're going to think they have the upper hand. They're going to think that they won this or that. It's all lies again. It's just more lies. It doesn't matter how they take it, apologize. All right? And stop being mad at your husband about the pot.
Okay.
If he smoke pot. He doesn't smoke pot. You don't smoke pot, right? Let him have the mic. Just to be clear.
No.
What does it feel like when your wife, you come home and she's mad? What's that like for you?
It just makes things awkward when they shouldn't be. And when we look back at the many years we've been together, so much wasted time. But since we've come here, she's catching it.
Yeah.
I catch myself. And things have improved dramatically.
So it still feel a little weird when you walk in and she's mad about nothing?
Yeah, it's the terrible feeling.
Why don't you just go to bed and leave her mad?
I've done that. I've done
You
that.
look at her and she's all mad. Oh, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
And then she'll suffer more.
Yeah, yeah. You know what?
Is that right? Shouldn't he leave you mad at night?
Yeah, sure. But I'm not going to be mad anymore, so.
Right on.
Peace is getting closer and closer.
Yeah,
Perfect
and
peace.
once you forgive your mother, everything
Oh,
will
I can't
improve,
wait.
because you got to be the head of your wife, or you should be. And right now, you're not the head of her.
Yeah. And I'm telling people because I believe in it, but I have to do it first before I can tell anybody
That's
anything.
right. Because you don't even know if it's true or not, if it works, until you forgive, so you can wake up and see for yourself. It's not enough to just repeat what I say.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know that you know that you know. So when you do tell people about it, they'll see something in you. They'll see the God in
Don't
you.
talk about it, be about it.
Be about it. You got to be it. You absolutely have to be it. It's not enough to just talk about it. It's like quoting the Bible. You got to be it. And you can become a son of God. All right?